Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this tutorial of the Morwenna rug mug. And this Morwenna mug rug is so easy to make. It just has a very simple border and a very simple stitch. This is a closed shell stitch. So it is a 2-row repeat pattern. It's super easy to create, and I am excited about this. This will make a really cute mug rug for your table or for your your desk at work. And so let's get started. What you will need to create this mug rug, you'll need 2 different shades of cotton yarn. Now I'm using the cone yarn, and this is in Ocean Stripe. It is the Peaches and Cream. That is the colorway for my main color, and as you can see, it just makes a nice stripe of oceany colors, blues and greens and aquas, and I really like it. And then I have a cone of white. You don't need a whole cone of white because you just need a small amount to create this really cute, really roughly border. With this border is so easy to create. If you don't like this border, feel free to add your own. And that is what is so nice about this mug rug. Okay, you will also need a size H hook, and this is my Clover Amour hook, my favorite one. And let's see, then you will need a pair of scissors and a needle to weave in your ends at the end of your project. So let's move these to the side and let's get started. All right, the first thing you'll do is create a slip knot. And you can create a slip knot any way you like. I just do mine pretty quick and simple. And then we will chain 20. And make sure that this foundation chain is nice and loose. You do not want it to be tight because the shells at the top are nice and flouncy, and they will appear larger than your chain if you don't do a nice loose chain at the bottom. If you have trouble with this, try going one size up with your hook just for the chain, and that will help. Then go back to the size H hook for your project itself. All right, 20 chains. Let me see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. For row 1, we will skip the first chain. We'll ignore what's on our hook, skip this first chain, and we will put 1 single crochet into that second chain from the hook. Okay? Now, we will skip the next 2 chains, and in that next chain, we will place 5 double crochets in that stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. All right. Then what we will do is skip the next 2 chains, 1, 2, and in that next chain, we will place 1 single crochet. Okay. We will skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the next one, we will place 5 double crochets. And this is a pattern that we will repeat all the way to the end. 2, 3, 5. Skip 2, 1, 2, and do 1 single crochet in that next stitch, skip 2, and place 5 double crochets in that next stitch. And I'm going to have to work this cone so that I can get lots of yarn. Okay, so that's 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then you're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and in the last chain we are going to place a single crochet. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to just kind of stretch it out a little bit. There we go. So we have 3 shells created. Okay, that's the end of row 1. To go on to row 2, we turn our work and we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And that chain 3 counts as the first double crochet in this row 2. So we have 1, chain 3, and then we are going to place 2 more double crochets in that very first single crochet stitch right here. 1, 2. Okay. All right. Then we are going to skip the next 2 stitches, and in that next stitch we are going to place a single crochet, and that will be in the middle of that shell stitch from the row before, where we had 5 double crochets. We skipped 1, 2 double crochets. In the third double crochet we put the single crochet on this next row. We skip the next 2 stitches, and in that single crochet stitch we are going to place 5 double crochets. So we did a single crochet, skip 2, double crochet, 5 double crochets in this single crochet stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now we are going to skip 2 stitches, and in that next stitch we are going to single crochet. This is the way the pattern is going to work. We are going to single crochet and 5 double crochets in a pattern all the way down the rows. So we just did a single crochet. Now we are going to skip 2 stitches, and in this next stitch we are going to place 5 double crochets in the single crochet stitch from below. Okay, and then we are going to skip 2, and in the next one we are going to place a single crochet, skip 2, and in this last single crochet we are going to place 3 double crochets. The ends always get 3 double crochets, not 5. Okay, and that is the end of row 2. Next to row 3, we are going to turn our work. I'm having to fight with this yarn. Oh my, there we go. Let's get some over here. Okay, so we have turned our work and we are ready to go on to row number 3. We are going to chain 1. This does not count as a stitch. We are going to place 1 single crochet in that very first stitch, and we are going to skip 2 stitches, and in the next stitch we are going to place 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, this silly yarn wants to creep up on me. Okay, the next step, skip 2 stitches and a single crochet. Does this sound familiar from the previous row? Yes, it does. This is exactly like the previous row, only we are starting with the single crochet instead of the double crochet. So then we are going to skip 2 and place 5 double crochets in the next stitch. One, two, three, four, 5, and there we go. All right, we are going to skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, and place a single crochet. Then we are going to skip 2, and in that next stitch, we are going to place 5 double crochets. I love this pattern, and it is so easy to remember because once you get started, it is a 2-row repeat. So when we get to the end of this row, we will just be repeating row 2 and 3 until we get the mug rug as tall as we wish. So we've just placed 5 double crochets in that stitch. We are going to skip 2 stitches, and in the top of that chain 3, we are going to place a single crochet. And there we go. There we go. And so that is the end of row 3, and we are going to turn our work and go back to row 2. Row 2, we begin with a chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet, and 2 double crochets in that first stitch, and then we are going to skip 2 stitches and place a single crochet in the next stitch, skip 2, and do 5 double crochets in the next stitch. We're going to repeat that and repeat those rows until we have a total of, I believe, 7 rows. Let's see, we are going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the 3rd row. And then we are going to do rows 2 and 3. Repeat that for 3 more times. So it's a little more than 7. But repeat row 2 and 3 for 3 more times. And then you will fasten off and weave in your ends of this. This would be the main body of the mug rug. And then we'll move on to the border. I'll meet you back when we get this done. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets, skip 2, and a single crochet, skip 2, and 5 double crochets. Okay, I'm going to repeat the rows and I'll meet you back. Okay, and there we have it. we have a total of 9 shell rows. So I'll show you how to see a shell row. Shell rows are easy to count if you go diagonal, because if you go straight up, then you're skipping one row. Okay, so here's shell row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's the first 3 rows, and then a repeat of rows 2 and 3 times. And so that is the end of our body of our mug rug. Okay, so in order to do the simple border that I'm doing, which is just a simple a simple ruffle border, all I'm going to do is take my white and I'm going to create a slip knot, and then I'm going to connect to a corner. Okay, so what I'm going to do is connect right here, and I'm going to connect this slip knot with a slip stitch. So I'm just going to pull that through and pull it through that stitch. I'm going to allow that knot to go to the back, and here I have a connection here. Okay, this is a chain and then a single crochet. There you go. Ta-da! All right, and then all I'm going to do is single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And that is how I am doing this very ultra simple ruffly border. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2. And this is going to create a little wave, just a little ruffle in your border. I just think it's small, it's not cumbersome, it just gives a little flounce to it, makes it a little feminine. If you want something a little more masculine, you can just do a straight stitch, a straight single crochet all the way around, a straight half double crochet will be a nice solid border, even a double crochet. Just keep in mind that the larger the stitch, the bigger your mug rug will be. So I'm going to just keep going all the way around until I get to the other side, till I meet up with this, and then what I'm going to do in that first single crochet, once I go all the way around, I'm just going to slip stitch into that single crochet, and I'm going to fasten off, and I will be done. And so then we will be done with our Morwenna mug rug. I hope that you enjoyed this stitch. I hope that you enjoyed this pattern. It's very simple. It's something that you can do almost in your sleep, which is good because I like to crochet at night when I'm half asleep. So that will make it really easy. The nice thing is too that the more you get done, and these work up so fast, the more you get done, the more you want to do. And so let me get to the end of this row and I'll show you what this little flounce pattern looks like. There we go. 2, 1, 2, and let me show you. So see how it just gives like a little ruffle, and it's so nice. It really is very nice. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you come back, hit subscribe, and we invite you to hit subscribe, and stay safe, be kind, and let's get hooking. Bye, everybody.